Hello, I'm Sameh Al Shaer. I hope you enjoy with me the utmost horror. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the buzzer button to receive all new on the channel. I am happy to join the Sameh Al Shaer Families group on Facebook. Let's start. Many have a passion, infinity for horror stories, which be full of excitement and suspense. Many of us like to puts himself in the place of whom they are placed in places they never envy, which brings them nothing but trouble, places teeming with jinn and demons. First story. There was a spacious house with a very beautiful garden attached to it. A man who invested in the house bought the house. He inherited it and added some additions to it. He completely renewed it, making it a home. Very charming and charming, he was offered for hire, and one of the men hired him because of his beautiful and spacious home as well. Overlooking a forest with a lot of charming nature views, he was very happy and full. His family rented him that house, and all his furniture and belongings were to be moved to the new house, and they were in the happiness and joy of living with it. Tell the man who rents the house. They were all. They spend the most beautiful and happiest times. His children are having fun in the garden attached to the house and playing, as is the man. Finally, he has found the calm he's always been looking for, but after 1 week of moving home, his wife began to feel strange things, and it was every night. She has strange feelings and strange sensations, but she thought they were just fantasies and premonitions. Not until the day came. Her husband returned from work and found her in a miserable condition. She was sitting in one corner of the house and her whole body was trembling and sweat was pouring. Her eyes were fixed everywhere on her body as if she was looking at something, and as soon as she saw her husband, until she said to him in a broken voice, "A woman appeared to me out of nothing. She warned me to leave the house or else they will never have mercy on us. She says they are the real owners of the house. They have lived here for many years, and her family is large. The house does not fit both of us, and we have to leave." And once the wife finished speaking to her husband, a very short man appeared to the husband and told him, "As your wife told you, we are the owners of the house, and we want you to leave." The man asked, "Give him a deadline. It prepares him to leave." Looking for a new home to rent, they gave him the chance for a whole month. No one will harm him during it, and they will not appear on him, nor any of his family either during it. And once the man has arranged himself, he left the house without ever returning to it again. If you liked the story, do not forget to subscribe and press the like button and the bell button to receive all new on the channel. Second story. A woman tells of her suffering. She and her family are with the world of jinn and orcs. She tells and says, "I've seen in my house what makes boys gray. My children were young. I always found them One of the strange things is that talk to us about what makes the mind stop thinking. The tongue is unable to narrate. I always suffered when I went to the bathroom, which I always felt was that there's something inside of him. I've always felt. With heavy breaths approaching me, I always felt it. My soul is dying from the inside. I have always been patient and striving from the inside. Yes, my little orphaned children, we had no other place than my in-laws' house where we live, and once, while I put dinner for my little ones then, aloud, he comes out of the bathroom. It's as if someone is there. He's waiting and waiting to catch us. My kids were always screaming for no reason. I always found them frightened, as if they see something. I tried a lot to look for someone to help me, but I didn't find an honest person. The more I tried to get them out of our house, the more it's getting worse and worse for us. And once, I went into the room with my little boy and found him. He talks as if someone is sitting next to him, and then I suddenly found my son screaming. He puts his hand on his cheek, and when I approached him, I found finger marks too thin and long, terrified inside. We are facing evil and we cannot see it. I was always praying and reading the Quran. I never despaired of God's mercy. I always asked Him for a helping hand. Salvation is in my matter. I was weak in resourcefulness. We have no one in this world but God Almighty. I resorted to Him broken, humiliated, and submissive, and I found with Him what pleases me. One night after I prayed Fajr and complained about my condition to God Almighty, I fell asleep and saw a vision. I did not suffer from anything after that. I have found people of strange shapes and forms. Fire and smoke are rising in their bodies in my house. So much so that he filled the whole place. I was finding the truth from a dream, but my young children woke up. I found the house intact and my children asleep, but I did not find strange things. Then another thing, I thanked God for having saved us from imminent danger. If you liked the story, do not forget to subscribe and press the like button and the bell button to receive all new on the channel. Goodbye.